Why did the narcissist do that to you? Why did they do that to you? For what reason or purpose? We may ask this question because we assume that there must be a cause or intention underlying an action or situation. We assume that there must be a motive. Their actions may seem surprising. It may seem unexpected, to where you can't understand why they would do that. You can't put your finger on it. So instead of holding them accountable or questioning why they did something, you may just blame yourself. Because that's often what the narcissist is counting on. They want you to blame yourself for their actions, which is often what happens with victims because they lack awareness and they're unable to understand their abuser, so they feel shame and they blame themselves for what happened to them. They assume that if somebody did that to them, then there must be something wrong with them, rather than there being something wrong with the person who did that to them. Which is why instead of asking yourself why they did that to you, a better question would be, how could they do that to you? Because when we use the word how, we are questioning by what means. We are questioning their mental state, the equipment that they are using to complete this task or function, which is an excellent way to identify what you are actually dealing with. It allows you to explore the inner landscape of the narcissist's mind, to dissect what it was inside of themselves that caused them to do that to you. The reality is that the confines of a narcissist's mind are extremely unpleasant. They experience endless torment and suffering, constant emotional distress. No matter how good things may be for them on the outside, internally they are miserable. And this is what causes them to ruin any good opportunities that they get. It's why when you're dealing with them, it always seems like something is not the way it should be or as you would expect it to be. It seems unusual. It seems like something is just not quite right, as though they're slightly abnormal, or as though they're not really there in the mind. They may even appear somewhat strange or stupid. But you may be fooled into thinking it's all in your imagination, as though it's just a misinterpretation or a misunderstanding. And they do really have good qualities. They do have what you feel is missing. They do have what you think they're deficient in. But despite what you think or what you believe, you just can't connect to them. And it seems like they have no ability, interest, care or concern in connecting to you. And you just can't put your finger on it. You don't get it. And they clearly do not get you. They may show feelings of superiority, self-assertiveness, or showiness, but they're not down to earth. They can't think outside of their own little world. They're not aware of their surroundings. They're not fully aware of the effect that their actions have on people. It's like they don't understand that there are other people with different ideas and perspectives in life. And they don't care to learn anything new. They're closed-minded. They have a mind that is firmly unreceptive to new ideas or arguments. It's as though their innocence and curiosity has been destroyed. And now they're experiencing great disturbance, confusion and uncertainty. But really, it's no wonder. It should come as no surprise. Because just think about all of the things you've seen from them. It should reveal to you just how they feel every day. It should reveal the amount of rumination that they suffer with, where their preservative cognition is constantly focused on negative content, which then results in emotional distress, because they're repetitively thinking and dwelling on negative feelings of distress and their causes and consequences. They're stuck in a cycle of negative thoughts and they can't find a way out of it. The only temporary relief they get is from training other people to think in this way, because misery loves company. It helps them to feel like they're not alone. It makes them feel better about themselves, because they can't even live their own lives. They can't conduct themselves in a smooth, graceful and effortless manner. They have an inability to express themselves easily and articulately. It's like a form of paralysis, immobility, powerlessness, a lack of sensation, numbness, deadness, and that's how they're able to induce this paralytic effect in you, to where it then slows you down. It disarranges, muddles, disorganizes, interrupts, until it troubles, concerns, worries and upsets you. They're able to have this effect on you because that's what they have to go through, and this is what they have to live with every day of their lives. They lack strength and stability. They're living in hell in their minds, which is evident by the types of experiences that we have all had with them, because initially they may seem alright. They can act pleasant and friendly, and they will act like they can help you out, as though they have the strength to protect and support you. But they do not, because something happened to them a long time ago and nobody was there for them, which is how they are now able to treat you however they choose to, and they won't think anything of it. They won't show any remorse, and it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't matter how kind, giving or loyal you are. They will just see that as a weakness, and they will exploit it for all it's worth. They will use it to destroy you, and you won't be able to keep them under control. They will not behave correctly. They will try to destroy you, because they're living in hell in their minds. They're in a very dark place, and they're trying to take you there with them. They want you to deal with all of their problems, because they can't help themselves. They struggle to resist and control their own impulses and actions. They are the victim of their own habits, the cause of their own demise. And no matter what you do, you will never be able to put yourself in their shoes, because they don't think the way we think, and they don't feel the way we feel, which is why they study people. They pay close attention to how we behave, so that they can learn how to present themselves, and they just take whatever appears to be effective, which is how initially they can seem pleasant and agreeable. But that's only until you get to know them, because once you get close enough you begin to see what they're really like, and then your life gets worse very quickly in a way that is difficult to control. You experience a series of negative thoughts, emotions and actions that continuously feed back into themselves until you end up battling depression or addiction, because it affects your sanity, it disturbs your mind, it destroys everything good about you, because something happened to them and they're dying inside. They're burning in hell as a result of the things that they have done to people, so now they're just trying to stay afloat. They're trying to continue functioning as normal. They're trying to be a person, but they lack the internal strength to overcome their traumas, because they've kept it hidden. Maybe they never told anyone about the things they've done. Maybe they never apologized or made amends, but they try to bury all of it inside of themselves, and they rely heavily on their craft of manipulation to get what they want. But inevitably, they just end up exposing themselves, and you become a witness, because you have knowledge of these events through your own personal observation and experience. which is why they will try to get in your head. They will try to make you think that something is wrong with you. Which is why it's very important for you to hold on to who you are, because they will do anything to make you think that you've got it wrong, or that you didn't experience what you experienced. They will try to convince you that it's your fault, or that it's because of something you've done. They will blame you for being the best person that they've ever had in their lives, because there's just no winner with them. You cannot help them. You cannot fix them. You cannot make things better for them. The only way that you can win is by leaving them and going no contact. But as soon as you leave and things start getting better for you, they will come back, and they may even make promises to change, because they thrive on your interest and attention. It gives them their narcissistic supply, which is an opportunity for them to feel like they are something other than themselves. But in order for them to experience that, at some point you have to be them. You have to feel the way that they do, so that they can liberate themselves. Which is why it's best to avoid them at all costs, and to not even worry about what they're doing after you're gone. Because once they've gotten a taste of your supply source, all they're going to do is try to keep you trauma bonded to them. Which is why you have to get rid of them. Because if they're weighing you down, that means your life will get a lot better without them. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button to receive the notifications. If you would like to support the channel, you can donate at paypal.me/Narc Survivor. You can book a one-on-one with me on my website. It's narcsurvivor.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.